Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Good evening.
Yes, quite.
Where's
Yes.
Porter?
Indeed. Yes. I believe this is the time where four miscreants host some awful podcast.
I am ready for this radio serial.
Undignified.
Indubitably.
I'm quite the fan.
You're the fan?
Yes, quite.
Quite.
Shut up.
Of digital entertainment of these four garbage men.
You could call them repo men.
I would call them Duke.
Do they have a dumpster?
Yes, that's where I hid their bodies.
Yes.
Yes, quite.
Yes, we've ruined this evening for you. No more video games, only posh music and great entertainment.
And the biscuits. All the biscuits.
Yes.
And tea.
Someone tell Jeeves to bring me my Earl Grey.
Tell Benson to bring the biscuits.
No, I don't like the colors.
He's white.
It's odd. Last time I heard the name Benson, it was a black butler on an 80s television
I
show.
knew it was gonna be a problem with you.
Who wants to talk symphonies?
I do.
Well, then let's get started. What the fuck was that?
Who are those assholes?
How the fuck they get in my house?
That's what happens when you leave your doors unlocked.
And we weren't in a dumpster.
I was in a dumpster.
I think one of those guys killed somebody.
But that's
I
where
don't know.
I live.
But I just,
That was Oscar, by the way.
I don't know. Who did they kill?
I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest episode of the Digital Reload, DigitalDailyFix.com's weekly episodic video game podcast. I am Smitty, and someone needs to let Matt in.
Yeah.
Brett's going to do that. But Brett's here. He's just letting a black guy in the house.
Don't do that.
So Benson is here.
Oh, God, don't call him Benson.
Call him Benson when he comes in here.
Oh, hello, Benson.
Hello.
Yes. Hey, but tonight is jam-packed. We got some Wii U stuff to talk about, some iPhone stuff to talk about, some iPod stuff to talk about, and some other video game stuff, that's what we're going to open with once we get around to it. Once we get around to the news and everything, we'll start off with the smaller stuff and work our way up to Wii U discussions. Yes. So, what have people been playing? What have people been using to pass their time until Borderlands 2 comes out?
Darksiders 2.
Murder.
Are you out of the first initial world?
Oh, just about.
I am. I'm out of that world.
Hey, where's mine?
I completed
I
the.
see what you did there. Yeah.
I completed that. Oh,
The joke is that you have one and I don't, and I want one, and I thought you would have brought me
Stop taking my material.
one. And if Brett would have let me finish, I would have said I stole that from Brett, but he didn't. So
Yeah, you don't get that kind of.
copyright
no, you're the one
infringement.
who had to expel extra energy to tell me what I was already going to tell Matt. So
Yeah.
you lose.
Did you
Your
shove that
move.
pan up your ass yet?
No, I'm not ready.
Yeah, I beat the first world, and then I killed the first 2 side quest bosses that you get from your trainer. Have you beat your trainer yet?
Yeah,
Okay.
I did beat him
Yeah.
pretty handily.
Do that,
Okay.
Brad. The trainer guy that you buy
Yeah,
moves from.
Yeah, I've seen the option. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah. What level are you right now? Do you know?
I think like 5 or so.
You could probably.
I beat him. The level 5.
Yeah, you should be able to beat him as long as you're skilled at dodging.
I did rename
I don't
my
know.
first weapon.
I don't know if I'm quite skilled at dodging because it seems like the enemy's kind of home on you sometimes,
It does.
which makes dodging a little bit more difficult than I would have liked.
The trainer is very predictable in what he does. But when you beat him, you get gold and experience, and then he gives you 4 side quests to beat 4 other bosses. And as you beat those bosses, they give you named weapons, like they give you rare weapons
Okay.
tied specifically to that boss. So like the first boss you beat, he gives you a level 10 weapon. Second boss you beat, he gives you a level 15 weapon, so on and so forth. And 2 of the bosses are in the first world. So
Yep. I took the Rusinov's axe, which is an axe you get from liking them on Facebook, and renamed it the Ass Blaster. It has fire damage, strength, and defense plus, and critical hit plus.
nice.
So is that a cheeseburger big bite?
And Brett, what
Damn
I'm going
right.
to do, Brett, is after I replace that weapon finally, I'm going to send it to you.
Awesome.
So you can have the Ass Blaster.
Well, I've been playing. I beat Last Story. It's a good game. Recommend if someone sells a Wii and they haven't played that game, they should probably try it. I played a little bit of Darksiders too. Play a little bit of Final Fantasy 11 still, and I've been playing Final Fantasy Dimensions, which is most enjoyable. If you have an iPod and you like Final Fantasy, I'd recommend at least trying it out.
Fair.
Not buying it.
What you got, Tim?
I didn't really play much of anything last week because most of my time was actually spent job searching.
You say that like jobs are important.
Job searching. Play games.
Are you trying to say jobs are important?
A little.
Games are important tomorrow.
Tomorrow they are.
They're very
Fuck
important.
jobs tomorrow.
Yeah.
But last week it was important.
Yes.
This week, it just doesn't matter.
Yes, because tomorrow Borderlands 2 releases, so we'll be right quick to get a review as soon as possible. I know Helmick wants to be in on the review when we're ready for that.
Well, you better be ready next Monday.
Is that what you're saying? You're saying in a week we're going to be doing a review?
I think we'll have played it enough in a week to be able to review it.
Okay.
Does it only allow 4 people to play in co-op?
Yeah.
Well, boy, you're gonna be left out.
Yeah.
Godspeed.
There's going to be days where, there's going to be days that like Milton will. Well, no, Milton currently doesn't have a job, so he'll have plenty of free time.
He'll have plenty of time to play.
Yeah. So there'll be times where one of us won't be able to play. We will
All right,
rotate.
Milton's out, boy, you're in.
We will rotate. We can only have enough room for one unemployed man to play Borderlands with us. And you
Right,
and
you're
Milton,
out.
you and Milton must fight to the death.
Rapid expansion.
Yes.
Somebody get me a pool cue.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get it out.
There you go. Make it quick,
I
huh?
got this.
Just make it quick. So,
No promises.
Tryouts.
all right. Yes. Oh, tryouts. All right. Anybody else got anything they've been playing they want to discuss? They want to say like, hey, I've been playing this. Anyone?
Green Lantern? No.
No more Green Lantern?
No.
Oh.
I'm done.
Just wait in the next
All
2
right.
weeks.
TNA Impact.
No. I've actually been... Whoa! I've actually been playing Bayonetta. Well, Bayonetta's awesome.
So, yeah. Psyching up for the second one.
Whenever that hits.
Yeah, but
I
only
heard you're upset about that. Well, yeah, because I like the first one a lot.
Then buy a Wii U.
I will.
Good.
All
He
right.
buys a Wii U and then it's like, okay, we made a mistake. It's on all platforms.
Well, well.
By the way.
You know, Resident Evil 4 was only supposed to be on the GameCube, and it's on everything now, even phones. So.
And you have it for just about everything.
So.
Shame on you.
So. I mean, the GameCube version is superior.
Yeah. At the same time, though, I don't think Nintendo published Resident Evil 4. They're actually publishing Bayonetta 2. Yeah. Which, that'll be one of the many things we can get into
Where are they
later.
going to publish good games?
Wah, wah, wah. What, you don't like to play a game where a woman fights people with her hair, and as she fights and builds up combos, she gets more naked?
I played the demo. I thought the demo was alright. I never actually played the game.
Yeah.
The
If you
full
want to
game.
play it, you can borrow it.
Super raunchy.
It's like Devil May Cry.
But super raunchy.
I would borrow it, but I got Borderlands.
And angel women have, like, lights that come out their vaginas.
Yeah.
Count me in.
Yep.
She can turn her hair into a giant spider.
A giant spider.
The heels of her boots are guns.
See? Done. We've convinced you. Cancel Borderlands, buy that. You're fine.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, I tried.
We almost had him.
I tried Sega.
So close. Actually, Sega's got nothing to do with part 2.
Oh, yeah? Alright,
Yeah.
alright.
Because Sega was the one, like, the developers were essentially like, hey, we want to make Bayonetta 2. Sega's like, yeah, go talk to Nintendo. And they're like, hey, Nintendo. And they're like, all right, Wii U. Okay. So,
How most publishers'
That's
conversations
how the
go.
conversation goes at home office constantly.
yeah.
Sega's
I mean,
like, and Nintendo's like, by the way, it's good
Yeah.
to be on the Wii U.
well, I mean, when Nintendo's paying the bills, you lose control of, hey, can we put this on the Xbox? No.
No.
Shut up. Back to work. You keep talking, you're going to be making a Mario sports game.
No, not Mario Luge.
I'd actually play that.
I'm sure that's what they threaten
Mario
their.
Badminton.
I'm sure that's what they threaten their developers with. If you piss us off, you'll be making Mario
It'll have
lose.
John Candy in it.
Yes, it will. All right, first up in the news world, Dragon Age 3, BioWare's worst kept secret, is official.
Yeah, no one suspects the Spanish
No one saw that coming.
No one suspects the Spanish Inquisition.
No one suspects the Spanish Inquisition.
Game
I
is,
kind of did, but
game is expected late 2013. The building blocks are being set for the game on EA's Frostbite 2 engine, so it's going to have like Battlefield graphics, which is nice. I mean, the Frostbite engine
so
is very
horrible,
pretty.
horrible graphics is what I'm hearing.
Frostbite engine's very pretty, so they'll do that. This was all announced through an EA or a BioWare blog update. Confirmed in the blog is the game will be titled Dragon Age 3 Inquisition. No story details have released just yet. It is being made by a lot of the same team that has worked on Dragon Age since Origins. And we'll also have some talented new developers. The engine, like the engine at the end, will be brand new, but they're using Frostbite 2 as the building blocks for a new graphics engine for graphics and physics for Dragon Age 3. That's pretty much it. Just to kind of announce that it's out and everything. Dragon Age 2 was kind of controversial as far as reviews and consumer feedback. Some people really liked it. Some people didn't.
Improve on one thing, and then let's make the other thing that was good in the first one not as good.
Yeah, they made combat a lot better. I mean, combat
was
was
fun. I mean, I beat it. I mean, it was good enough for me to beat, but it's just like I didn't really like the idea of there being like 5 maps in the whole game.
Yeah, you just essentially being in one town the entire game.
Yeah. So
I kind of blame EA for that because most
they wanted to turn the game out quick.
Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
if they had more time, Dragon Age 2 could probably have been a different game.
Yeah. But hey, you can bang out Felicia Day in Dragon Age 2.
I'm listening.
There you go.
Eh.
Not enough to buy it.
No,
Boy, no.
No.
but it's fine. Hey, it's an option. So, but yeah, I mean, I
want to have sex with a gay assassin.
well, then go ahead.
Yes.
Nothing's stopping you.
Finally, my dreams are realized.
But yeah. So I mean, I'm interested. I want to see more about it. There's no screenshots. There's no nothing. There's just a name, and it's coming late next year. So
if they can combine the best parts about Dragon Age 1 with the best parts about Dragon Age 2, it'd be a hell of a game.
It would be.
Now I know it says next year, but I'm gonna say March 2014 because they like putting out games in March.
Or
Okay.
March 2013.
Well, let's see. I mean, they like putting Mass Effect out in March.
Butt effect.
Mass Effect always comes out in March. But let's see. Yeah, the first one came out in November. The second one came out in October.
What do
We're
I
looking
know?
at October or November 2013.
Yeah, if it's ready by then. I mean, they're saying like that's like a tentative date.
Oh, it better be ready.
Well, we'll see more at E3 as long as the world doesn't end in December.
I'll let you guys know later.
Haven't decided yet.
Still kind of
Still up in the
You
air.
just gotta flip that coin.
Okay.
Chances are Maryland may be gone, but I don't know about the rest of it. You guys might want to move, just to give you a forewarning.
In the next few months, move.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Who living out of state? Whose door should we knock on randomly out of nowhere, all at once?
Well, seeing as Helmick has like a crap ton of his trophy wives and a shit ton of Mercedes and Lamborghinis, I think I'm gonna stay with him so I can build a fort out of Lamborghinis.
And the salt lick.
Yeah. And to use as mortar, I'll use his trophy wives as mortar for the Lamborghini fort.
Oh, the old fucking mortar.
They're
Classic.
still alive too. That's the weird part.
Just
Yeah, I
remember,
know, that's...
just remember, we got to show up to his apartment door all at once.
Yeah.
Brett said he was going to blow up Maryland.
Like the scene in Ninja Turtles where they all show up at April's apartment.
They took him. Oh Christ. Yes. Hopefully he's not listening to this.
So save up for these moving trucks. You guys gonna need it.
Who said we're moving anything?
Oh, you don't want to take any of your stuff with you? Okay.
Maybe the consoles.
Well, then yeah, you'll be moving something.
That's a book bag.
Fine, leave your computer here. See what I can.
I can buy new clothes. I can mug people for new clothes. It's fine. All right, so in most cases over the years in the video game world, things have been trademarked very quiet, secretly. They pop up on trademark sites, and that's when gamer fans see it, and nothing ever becomes of it. Several franchises, none that I can kind of remember off the top of my head, but several franchises from the golden days of our childhood in the world of video games that we have not seen new versions of will get trademarked by a company, more so to just keep the name than to really do anything with it. But in a rare occurrence where something might be happening...
I get the joke. Rare.
Yes. I wasn't saying that on purpose, but...
Well, take it and run.
Okay. Microsoft has taken the initiative to inform everyone that they're currently either buying or renewing the trademark for Killer Instinct. They announced it on their official Play Xbox Live Arcade site. Their excuse is that they did it as a preemptive thing from people that will find it on trademark sites. More than likely, it's just for them to say, "Hey, we're doing something with this. We're doing something with Killer Instinct because we own Rare, and they're bored." So
I hope they put build your own race cars in it.
Nope, it's gonna be Connect Sports 3.
I want
Connect Sports 3, Killer Instinct.
Yep.
No, it's
Sold.
It's Viva Pinata 3.
Killer Instinct.
Exactly.
Ermagerd, Vierpinard, or...
Yes, this is Ermagerd.
Killer Pinata Instinct.
But people are speculating now that is it an HD remake of any of the classic ones? Are they finally making Killer Instinct 3?
Well, if they make a new Killer Instinct, it can't be any worse than Soul Calibur 5.
Yeah. So,
That is the truth.
what do you think they would be doing, and what would you rather they do?
I think I'd rather have a remake, just to refresh it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it would be better. See how that does, and then if that sells okay, or people have it as well received, and then go ahead and put the third one out.
Yeah, I'd probably remake it first, because I'm sure a lot
Have
of
a HD for 1 and 2.
Yeah, I'm sure
package.
a lot of people don't remember Killer Instinct.
Wasn't there a gold edition of one
There
of them?
was a
There
gold.
was.
I'd say just really.
Gold, and now they need to really release War God 64.
Fuck you.
Oh, yeah.
Was that a rare game?
No,
That was Midway, wasn't it?
it was Midway. I think.
Yeah,
But
that's
okay, 'cause
that's gonna die with the name of
that,
Midway.
That reminds me, this reminds me of that game, because Kabuki Joe was in it.
War Gods. Why don't they just do like Killer Freaks while they're at it? I think that's one of them. That's another stupid fighting, awful fighting game.
63 and a third.
Clay Fighter. Yeah. That one fighting game where all the characters were nothing but orbs. Like they were just made of completely of orbs.
Yeah, I can't remember what that game was called. It was dumb, but anyway,
Like-
dumb.
I don't remember what it was. All right. So now that the smaller stuff is out of the way, so stuff happened last week.
Nothing important.
One or two things.
Apple announced the iPhone 5 on Wednesday. It's going to have a longer screen, 4-inch display, the A6 processing chip, which is supposed to be... A lot of people are saying the graphics are the closest you can get on a small device to consoles, supposedly. We'll see.
So it kills your battery quicker.
No, the battery life on that is exactly the same as the other iPhones are, which is actually pretty solid. It's 8 hours of talk time, like constant talk time over 3G or 4G. I think it's like over 200 some hours just standby, and like 40 some hours music and a bunch of other stuff. It'll have better cameras.
There's the flash.
It's got the Retina display that is on the new iPad, and because of that means all the other ones are dropping in price. So if you don't want to get the iPhone 5, which releases this Friday, which if you haven't pre-ordered by now, you're fucked. Actually, if you didn't pre-order 10 minutes after they announced it, you were pretty much fucked. Unless you want to wait outside a store Friday morning.
Done and done.
You're not gonna do that.
Nope.
$199.99 starts with the 16 gig. $299 is the 32 gig. $399 is the 64 gig. That's how they're doing it.
$400. Yes, please.
Yeah, for a 64 gig iPhone. They showed some decent upgrades to it. I'd say if you
have to buy all new
yes,
chargers and
they are now using the Lightning adapter or the Lightning connector.
Well, hey, I mean, at least they kept the one for a really long time.
No, they did.
So
It's a small 8-pin. It can plug in either way, and it's supposed to increase charge time. Charge time's supposed to be faster and all that stuff. So they're doing all that. They also announced a new iPod Nano, which has a
iPod Touch.
yes.
iPod Touch is getting a redesign for the first time in a couple generations.
Yes, first of all, the Nano's getting its first redesign ever.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's a 2.5-inch screen. It's got little buttons for the Nike Plus pedometer things and music and all that other stuff. It won't do apps, obviously. The touchscreen isn't for that, but it's neat. And yes, the iPod Touch is getting its first redesign in a while. It is getting the 4-inch screen, so it's getting
Siri.
It's getting Siri. It's getting
Closest place to bury a body.
yeah.
I found 5 places for you.
It is getting
8 miles away.
it is getting the Retina display. It isn't getting the A6 processor chip.
A5,
It's getting the
4S.
it's getting the A5 that's in the 4S, which is just a smidge below.
You're useless to me.
It comes out in October.
I'll take it.
Oh, you will.
Hey, mine got taken.
But-
I need to get Liam Neeson to go find it. in
But
France.
with that new one, they are not releasing an 8 gig. It starts at 16 gigs.
But the prices are the same.
I thought the
32 gig is still $300.
and the 16, or are they not doing a 16 yet?
They're not doing an 8 gig.
But they are
No,
doing.
They're not doing an 8 or a 16.
They're just doing 32.
No, I know they're doing 32 because that's the one I'm interested in.
They're doing 32 and a 64, and the 32 is 300. 64 is, I guess, 400.
I think,
Yeah. So yeah, they're upgrading their Maps app. Their free Maps app will now be like Google Maps. It'll have the 3D and the turn-by-turn directions for free. Various other things. So, but it's been hitting a lot of game sites for everything else they can do. I mean, I'd say, in my opinion, if you're still on the 4 and you skip the 4S, probably a pretty good upgrade. If you bought the 4S, you made a mistake. See you in a year. Then you can get the
I'm going
5.
straight to the 5.
Yeah,
So,
but I would wait. Like I don't know if you're due for upgrade yet.
I'm way due for an upgrade.
Okay, I would wait till after Christmas.
I'm waiting for a while. I'm waiting for this one to actually piss me off.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about it too so soon right now. So.
Yeah, because I mean, within the day that the pre-order started taking, Apple was already saying to AT&T was already saying like, oh, you'll get yours 2 to 3 weeks after launch. That was on the same day.
Yeah.
So it says you're seeing it's not bad. Didn't want to focus on it too much, but some gaming sites were covering it because
the OS update.
yeah, the OS update, iOS 6 will be out for all devices.
Siri with the OS update?
I don't know if you get Siri.
Well,
or
everybody
not.
else will, but you won't.
Yeah, that would happen too.
Because I mean, Siri's already on the 4S.
You're an asshole.
Siri's already on the 4S. It's already on the new iPad, the iPad 3, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
You'll get
So,
it and be like, fuck you, and then it'll delete itself.
I mean, it'd be neat
It's gonna
if they're on there.
YouTube off if you have the OS update. It's gonna delete YouTube off of it.
All right, and then
Bring up my screen anyway. I don't use YouTube.
the other, I guess, thing that happened is Thursday, Nintendo finally announced all the details for the Wii U as far as launch date, price, all that stuff. So, because we are a U.S. show, who gives a shit about Japan? Who gives a shit about Europe?
I've been saying that for years.
U.S.
Well, they won't let me back in Japan
U.S. gets system
after
on.
the incident.
Yeah. You'll never pass. You'll never clear customs. You'll be
That was
in.
his attitude.
Nope. But,
Just put a towel in your head, they'll never suspect.
Jesus Christ. The system launches on November 18th. There will be 2 models of the system. The basic
The
white.
awful model and the
Which
good
is-
model.
Well,
Yeah.
the awful one is like, why the fuck would you not spend the $50 to get the stuff edition?
Yeah. The basic white model is just the system, the gamepad, 2 AC adapters, 1 for each. The sensor bar, and I think that's it.
HDMI cable.
HDMI cable. The deluxe system for $350 comes in black. You get everything in the basic, plus you get a charging dock for the gamepad, a stand for the gamepad, a stand for the system, Nintendo Land, and a 2-year subscription to their digital deluxe program, which essentially takes 10% of any purchases you make through their eShop and gives it back to you in Nintendo points to put towards future purchases. Am I missing anything else in the deluxe package
Not that I know.
that you can think of? Let's see. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. Hey, there it is. Oh yeah, the memory. The basic is 8 gigs of memory. The deluxe is 32 gigs of memory, and that looks to be the only other thing that I missed.
So you can buy the worthless one, or you can buy the good one.
Essentially,
But hey, I like the color white.
Well, you should suffer through the color black. I know black things are awful,
Hey! Yeah, he's got a point.
but yeah. I don't know why you would buy the $300 one when you could buy the $350 one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't actually have an issue with the price.
The price?
I will actually tell you who will buy the $300 one. I can actually tell you. It's parents. They're just gonna say, well, what does this kid need with all this other crap in it? So they're just gonna buy that system.
Well, little Timmy,
one,
little Timmy's gonna get the white one. Then his neighbor, little Jimmy, he's gonna get the black one, and he's like,
your love is not worth an extra $50. Is what they're saying to you.
So little Johnny's gonna be made fun of because he's got the crappy white
You got
one.
a white one? You're stupid.
And then it's going to drive him into a horrible depression, and he's going to kill himself.
He's going to start servicing men for Nintendo points.
Yes. Jesus.
What do you mean start?
Gotta grab that star, man! Ah! Here comes the gravy.
Jesus
I just
Christ.
closed my eyes and just sucked it through a hose. I got a bunch of Nintendo points
Just
doing
pretend.
that.
Oh my
Pretend
God.
it's blood from Super Mario
At least I
Sunshine.
can afford Kirby's Dream Land now.
My God. This
Show got really dark.
Morbid.
this took a horrible turn.
For once, it's not me.
No.
Isn't it always about you though?
Hey, parents, spend the extra $50. Get him the deluxe edition. You don't want to be like little Johnny servicing men.
Ay ay ay.
He wants the points, and he'll do anything to get it.
Let's see.
All right, moving on.
Yeah, ain't that right? The system has a launch window for games starting on November 18th and running until March 2013.
I saw him start on November 19th.
By March 2013, there will be 50 games out for the Wii U.
Well, they're hoping there's 50 games.
Yeah, so they're hoping. Games like, I will try to go through this as quickly as possible. NBA 2K13, Jeff Tailfin, Madden NFL 13, FIFA Soccer 13, Mass Effect 3, Tokitori 2, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, which will also be on the 3DS, and they will have some sort of communication back and forth between the two versions. Zombie U, Just Dance 4, Avengers Battle for Earth, which looks just as awful as it does on the Xbox. Rabbids, Assassin's Creed 3, Rayman Legends, Sports Connection, Your Shape Fitness Evolved 2013, Nano Assault Neo, Aliens Colonial Marines, which I'm actually tempted to get on the Wii because the head of Gearbox was saying that he's been overseeing development on that game because Gearbox is making it. That he's been looking at development on all versions. He said so far the Wii U one is looking like the best version that they have to offer. So I'm curious about actually getting that on the Wii U. Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transformed.
Hell yeah.
Essentially, Sonic took kart racing and added Diddy Kong racing. So you can fly, you can go underwater, you can drive. Your
Better be balloons.
cars transform. Trine 2 Director's Cut, which is like a 2D side-scrolling, artistic-looking game. Tank, 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 which I saw the trailer. I'm not too impressed. Tekken Tag 2, Wheel of Fortune.
Tekken Tag 2 is interesting because it comes with like costumes for your characters, make them look like Nintendo characters.
And it comes with a weird power-up that, like the mushroom, that makes them all
Yeah, you
giant.
can play a mode where you can get bigger or smaller depending on which mushroom you grab while you're fighting.
Yeah.
What did they add Snoop Dogg as the playable character?
No.
Oh.
No, you can play as Luigi. Well, it's one of the Mishimos dressed up as Luigi.
Have you ever wanted to see Hayachi Mishima dressed up as Luigi?
No, not really.
But this time he's got black hair, so he'll look... Alright, so I guess he'd look more like Waluigi.
Well, I hate Waluigi.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wheel of Fortune, which we just can't please you. Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, Darksiders 2, Funky Barn, Call of Duty Black
Blacker
Ops
Ops.
2. Yes, Blacker Ops. 007 Legends, Cabela's Dangerous Hunts 2013. I wonder if you can play as Shawn Michaels. Wipeout 3, Skylanders Giants, Rapala Pro Bass Fishing, Transformers Prime, Disney Epic
Now, you can
Mickey
play Shawn Michaels
2.
in Transformers Prime.
I bet you can.
You transform into a cross.
I got nothing.
Epic Mickey 2, The Power of 2, Scribblenauts Unlimited, Game Party Champions, Batman Arkham City Armored
It
Edition.
looks really, really not good.
Armored Edition?
Yeah, the graphics look really bad.
Yeah, I want to see it up and running because there was.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really tell much from pictures. But
Yeah, well, because a lot of people are saying the pictures look like someone took a picture of a picture. Like, it looks really awful. Runner 2, Future Legend of Rhythm Alien, Ben 10 Omniverse, Rise of the Guardians, Family Party, 30 Great Games Obstacle Arcade, whatever the fuck that is.
Cheetah Men?
I don't know.
Cheetah Man on the Wii U.
Cheetah Man 2.
Cheetah Men 3, actually.
Zumba
No,
Fitness.
someone's making Cheetah Man 3. I'm talking about Cheetah Man and Cheetah Man 1.
Yeah.
2.
Zumba Fitness, New Super Mario Brothers, Wii U, Game & Wario, Ninja Gaiden 3, Sing Party, Nintendo Land, We Fit You, The Wonderful 101, and Pikmin 3.
Which you can play, Shawn Michaels.
Yes.
Yes. And I don't know if I said it already, but there's also Lego City Undercover.
To answer your question, he turns into the Pope Mobile.
All right.
I would hope he would turn into a late model station wagon.
They also made the surprise announcement that Bayonetta 2 is coming for the Wii U, which we discussed earlier, brought to you by Platinum Games. The Wonderful 101 is also a game brought to you by Platinum Games.
He turns into the barbershop window. And then he falls apart after someone gets thrown to him.
Okay, keep it going.
Trying to see. What are we doing? Is he burying something?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
I could bear the iPhone 5.
Okay.
No, that's okay.
No, you're just saying it like you're going to upset someone in this room.
No. Well, maybe. Everyone.
Why?
Not me.
It's a terrible joke.
Oh, okay. You know what? Just keep it to yourself.
I think you should say it.
After the show.
Overall, like I watched the presentation. It's probably the best presentation they've done for the Wii U. They've actually showed that some developers are making the gamepad to do more than just look at your inventory and assign powers. I like the fact that in multiplayer games like Black Ops 2, when you play split screen, instead of it splitting the screen up here, player 1 gets the entire TV, player 2 gets the gamepad. Or it might be the other way around.
Another weird thing is, I was trying to demo for a game and it told me to beat the person across the room with it. It's very weird.
Yeah.
I don't know why I want to break that, but I want to beat one of you guys with that expensive controller. That's what I'm
that
saying.
they're not going to be selling separately.
Yes. So I can break it, and then you can't get another one.
They're not selling it separately
You can get
yet.
one through Nintendo,
Yeah.
though, if it breaks.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll give it to you. Well, they might charge you for it.
Mm-hmm. But they're not selling it separately right now because there are no games that use two gamepads right
So,
now.
sir, so it stopped working. How did it stop working? Oh, I was playing a game with a friend. I decided to beat him with it.
There you go.
We're calling the police.
The Wii U Pro controllers, which are the switched around Xbox 360 controllers, they'll be available for $50. But I like the fact that some multiplayer games use the two screens for two-player mode. Give everybody their own screen. Most of the games look good.
They're making those controllers with like 50-inch screens, right?
No. But I like the new stuff they showed for Nintendo Land. They showed a Metroid game, which was essentially like a horde mode. Everybody that has a Wiimote controller, which is up to 4 people, will be on the TV and split screen, on the ground, in third person, shooting the monsters, while the person on the gamepad, the 5th player, will be in a ship shooting down from above, also participating in flight combat, also allowing the ground players to hook into the ship and kind of get flown around and shoot from their hook.
So what you're telling me is if you get this for like a group of like 12-year-olds, they're going to beat each other to get this this gamepad because you can do extra stuff with it.
I don't know.
We want to be different, so punch each other in the face.
I mean, that's probably the most... That and the two-player thing is probably the most interesting I've seen because in, New Super Mario Brothers, the fact that the person holding the controller puts down the blocks, it's only interesting for so long.
Well, it'd be interesting for me if I could use it in ways to kill you guys.
Yeah, I mean, like that would be something where like we would rotate it because no one person wants to sit there the entire time placing blocks for people.
Only if I could ruin your guy's day with it.
Yeah.
It'll place like a really big block and you just literally can't move forward.
But I did like some of the other stuff they showed for Super Mario. I like the speed run stuff that they showed. I like the challenge mode things that they showed, where it's like, oh, complete this level without touching the ground, or various other things. I do like that they've added either new suits or they've completely changed existing powers. So now the mini mushroom, you run up and down walls and along water. So like it's kind of like you're stuck to everything. So when he was traversing the level, he was going like across, up, down, up, like just running.
Now you can be Jesus.
Kind of, yeah. There were baby Yoshis, which give you new powers, like they can inflate, and they're like balloons. There's a squirrel suit, bunch of different stuff.
They climb trees and get nuts?
No, it's like a flying squirrel suit. So.
But you do eat nuts to become the squirrel.
Also in Nintendo Land, there is a balloon fight game in it.
Dude, it better have the original music, that's all I'm saying.
I think it did.
Gangster rap version.
No, it's just an updated version of like what he's doing. That's all.
The gangster rap version of the song.
I think you're making it up.
You got me.
Yeah. Probably the most interesting thing that they discussed was Nintendo TV, which is now a hub used to control all of your video services on your Nintendo Wii U. Apparently Nintendo has taken a huge conscious effort in the online service of this system, as it's going to offer immediate connectivity as soon as you turn the system on. Like as soon as you turn the system on, the hub screen it's going to take you to will have it automatically connected to the internet. It'll show various things to you based on what the community and everybody else is playing, your friends are playing, throw icons up on the screen before you're able to navigate other menus. And the menu is going to be completely different from the Wii. It's not going to be those little channels and those little windows. But the Nintendo TV stuff looked cool. Like it opens up this whole program that is specifically Nintendo TV, and as you go into categories of TVs and music, it'll pop up little windows of various shows. It can connect to your DVR, whether you have a TiVo, whether you have it through Comcast. All major cable providers are already signed on to support this, so you can tie your DVR into the Wii U system using your login information for your Comcast, so whatever your main email is.
I'm sure Comcast employees are going to love this.
Yeah. But we're not employees there anymore, so who cares?
Yeah, I don't care.
But essentially, so say you're going through and Monday Night Raw pops up on there and you select it. It'll then open up a screen that'll show, hey, here are all these videos that you can currently watch, and here's what you can watch them on. Hulu has this video. Netflix has this one. It'll also say the next live episode of this show will be on in 5 days, 7 hours, 32 minutes. You can select it. It'll say, do you want a reminder for when this comes on? Do you want to set your DVR to record this? And it'll send a signal to your DVR to record it. It can also be programmed to where if the show is on live right as you're browsing through it, it'll say this is on live, this is what channel it's on, you hit it on the screen, it will change the component output on your TV, it will change your cable box to that channel, and it'll start broadcasting right there from using the Wii remote. And then it also has a function to use it as an actual remote control, stuff like that. Which I thought was neat. If you pull up movies, it'll pull up their IMDb rating right there. It'll give you a list, or not IMDb, I'm sorry, Rotten Tomatoes rating.
It's Pat.
If you, it'll give the list of actors. If you select an actor's name, it'll open up their IMDb page right there on the Wii U remote. While you're watching shows, it will actually, like, if you tell it to go to one of the live programs, when it switches to it, while it's doing that, if it's in the middle of the program, it will bring up on the Wii U at the bottom various things that happened on the show previous to when you joined it. So if it's in the middle of an episode you haven't seen yet, you're like, what the hell's going on? Like Restaurant Impossible, like, what the hell happened to get him?
Robert Irvine just finished fucking.
Yes, and what caused him to get to the fucking portion? It'll actually be on the bottom of the screen a bunch of clips that were taking place before that that you can select, and it'll catch you up on what's going on. It'll also give you various other things you can see and interact with while you're watching the TV. So it's just to make TV interactive, which I thought that was kind of cool. And then I'll get into other stuff later, but open the floor to you guys. Whatever you want to, whatever opinions you want to share on what you saw, read about the Wii U, go for it. I've talked enough.
You went through it pretty well, but I will be waiting. I'll be biding my time. I'm not gonna get one anyway, at least at launch. So.
I will also not be getting one at launch, and I think I'd have a difficult time doing it unless I wanted the white one, which I don't. And I would just wait. I mean, I would but that's for most new consoles at this point. I would just wait a little while.
Nintendo, fool me once.
And we'll see what happens. Because
then you'll get the Wii U XL, and then
Wii U 3D.
Also, one thing it's great that they released all this information. I just don't understand why it was so late. Did they not have this information available at E3? They're like,
I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's definitely some stuff they showed today that they could have easily shown at E3. Nintendo TV, I'm not so sure. I think that probably was something they wanted to get right before they showed.
Yeah, and that's fine for some of this stuff, but I mean, I just don't understand what the hell they were doing at E3, which is like the biggest like video game convention. It's like you figured they would have sold you earlier, and then they would continue to sell you more down the road, and then
they phoned it in.
They really did, and I'm just curious of why that happened. It just seems late.
I mean, I completely agree with the way that they took it, because it started off just crashing to the floor immediately.
Well, this is going to be stupid.
Yeah.
And here now it's like, well, this looks okay.
Because I mean, everything they showed about Nintendo Land at E3 looked fucking awful. It looked stupid as hell. The stuff they showed today, like the multiplayer Zelda game that's in Nintendo Land and everything else, looks really cool. Like, it looks like stuff that we would rotate through for a little while until more hardcore games came out. But it actually looked like something I was like, okay, this looks like this would be fun.
Well, I mean, when you compare what they did at E3, it looks much, much better. As I said, I would wait anyway. Because I'd rather buy a PS3 first, because I have to get The Last of Us, and for my other PS3 games. But hopefully they do more with it after it releases, so I can get a better grasp of whether or not I'm truly going to buy it.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat, though. I'm just going to wait, because I am eager to buy one, but it's just like, I don't know.
And at this point, I'm going to have to, because most of the black ones are locked up anyway.
Yeah.
So getting one is going to be rather difficult to begin with.
You can always get the white one, and then pray for it to be black.
Yeah, but see, if I get the white one...
I had $50 extra and I had to settle for this one.
Or you can pay $5 on spray paint. Paint it black.
But if I get the white one, I'm going to be just like little Johnny.
Yeah, we don't want that.
No, we don't want
leaving all your friends spiraling to their own deaths.
You know what? I think he does want that.
No.
Come on, guys, give me some Nintendo points.
So I got kicked out of Japan.
Points.
I need points, please.
No, he had to leave Japan because
I know why I had to leave Japan. I was there. That's we both had to run. We had to get out of there.
Because no one was defending the country from Godzilla.
No. Stop. Don't make up stories. I know what happened.
Something much more serious than that.
Panda killing.
Well,
Godzilla,
what a many things.
That was just the first day.
That was just the first
That was the first hour. What are you talking about?
And then,
as soon as we got off the plane.
And then the pandas come for their revenge.
Panda revenge. All right. Anything you wanted to share on everything, Tim?
There really isn't. You know, I got my own rule about just all like all consoles in general. I usually wait a year though, because I can always hold on to that dream. It's like, oh, there's gonna be a price drop. So
is it wait? Will wait a year still apply if Smash Brothers comes out before that year is up? I don't know how you are about Smash Brothers.
To me, yes.
Okay.
Because I can always
For me, that would be hard.
It would be difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Smash Brothers and all, but it's not like something like, oh my god, gotta go get a Wii U.
Smash.
But I will get it.
Smash Brothers is one of the games that always goes into our regular rotation of playing.
Yeah,
Multiplayer.
especially if they come out with cross compatibility with the 3DS version.
Mm-hmm.
You know what might get me excited, and this is gonna sound silly, Mario Party. That might get me excited.
Mario Party's pretty fun.
It would be interesting to see what they could do for that one controller. What the person
Yeah,
using
like the
that would do.
3-on-1 games. Like
Exactly.
the one would have the pad, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm thinking. What they could do with the Wii U.
I mean, there's some first party games that I'm very curious to see what they're going to do with, like Mario Kart. I want to see what they would do with Mario Kart. Zelda, besides just inventory management, I want to see what else they're going to do with it.
Fishing.
It'd be all right. But
Swinging around like your
right.
sword.
So let's ask this then. I'm sure everybody remembers what their opinion was of this system when it was announced last year's E3. Like when they just said, we got a console coming, and it's got this tablet.
I could spell it for you. In my opinion. UTT.
But take
I can spell it another way.
that
I
initial
prefer ASS.
I was gonna say.
So starting from that initial opinion to now, where are you at? Like, is it? I know you've all said you're not going to buy it on day one.
It's borderline tits.
Borderline tits.
I mean, we're using body parts.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I know, like, when it was announced, then, you guys were like, I'm not like getting it at all. Like, I'm not getting this, or at the very least, I'm not getting it until Smash Brothers comes out.
Well, they have. It's been a tremendous leap at that point.
Mhm.
And I mean, I will probably end up getting one. Just it's going to be a while.
It'll
So
probably be next Christmas.
So you're more inclined to buy one now?
Yeah, I'd be more inclined to buy one. Unfortunately, since I've moved out,
Mm-hmm.
I would have to save up money first, which wouldn't be too difficult. But
Yeah. Yes.
it actually looks like a decent system so far.
Mm-hmm.
I just want them to take Penny Arcade's idea.
Yes, Dungeons and Dragons.
I mean, I've never played Dungeons and Dragons before.
But you would play it if
I'd
it
be
was like
interested in
that.
trying that, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be completely interested. I can't, like, if that doesn't come to fruition, I don't know who currently owns the rights to the video games for Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know if I know Atari made the MMO. I don't know if Atari's even still around to have the licensing, because I haven't heard shit of anything they've made since. But let's, for all intents and purposes, say they do. They currently own the rights to it. If they don't see that and go, holy shit, he's right, and make that game, this is the first system where it makes perfect sense. It's the first system. It really is for something like that, where all the people on the Wiimote controllers are the players that can customize their characters. The person with the game tablet is a dungeon master. He creates all his dungeons, where he places enemies, so on and so forth. It'd be a completely new experience. So, if they don't do that, I'd be confused. But all that was announced on Thursday. I'm trying to see real quick. Was there anything else that I missed? GameStop was doing a promotion starting on Thursday that bumped up the trade-in values for all systems, and then on top of the bump, you got an extra $10 if you were a Power Ups Reward member.
Does the Wii U have backwards compatibility with the Wii games?
Yes.
How about
100% backwards compatibility. I don't think it plays
Damn.
GameCube. Damn. Yeah. I don't think it plays GameCube.
I don't know if I want to get rid of the Wii now.
You can get a GameCube for $20.
I still have my GameCube.
But seeing that the Wii,
I wouldn't expect them to do that. I was
Yeah.
just curious.
but at least it does play Wii U
Oh yeah,
or Wii games.
because I have quite a few of them.
I'm just wondering how it'll look as far as, like, because this is a 1080p system,
Yeah.
how they're going to look on that, because they're not 1080p games. They're not even HD games. I'm curious to see how they would look on there.
Ass.
Titties, ass, and titties
Big booty bitches.
is where it gets.
I was wondering where this was going.
We're gonna end the show now.
I was waiting for a song.
I went there.
I was waiting for a song to break out.
Just end the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're done. Yeah, that's whatever.
All right, Brett, play us off.
Play us off, Barnaby.
I left my piano at home.
Anyway,
I used to always bring it.
Yeah.
pre-orders.
Time you don't.
Last thing, pre-orders started for this system on Thursday. As of this writing, because I was kind of looking it up as we were talking, pretty much everywhere is done for the deluxe. I can tell you by Saturday morning, GameStop was done. Best Buy Online, done. Target Online, done. Amazon hasn't even started yet. Don't even know if they're doing pre-orders. But as of now, they're not doing any. But they have placeholders for each system on their site. So when they do open it up, that's going to be like the late option for everybody. Kmart is done as of Saturday afternoon. I'm trying to see because Cheap Ass Gamer started a little thread to let everybody know who was doing it. And yeah, GameStop, both in-store and online, is done. Best Buy, in-store is kind of iffy, but it's kind of hit or miss depending on the volume for the store. But most of them are done. Online is definitely done. GameStop, like I said, is done. Toys R Us, both models done. Target, both models are done. Walmart online, both models are done. Right now, the only way you can possibly get a system is a bundle that they're doing. That bundle is your choice of system plus a game plus a Wii U motion controller. Wii Remote Plus. And that can go from $4 to $450 depending on which system you choose. But it does say on the site, pre-ordering today, it should ship by the 31st of December. So who knows if you're going to get it at launch.
Fantastic.
Sears, done. Like I said, Kmart is done.
I forget Sears even sells video games.
Yeah, well, Sears, Kmart are pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, I know, but I just completely forget.
Yeah. You can get it on PlayAsia, but because you're ordering from Asia,
You're ordering from Thailand.
Shipping is awful. Fries, done. There is a possibility that more pre-orders will open up late on retailers like GameStop, that they're just kind of holding back now to make sure that they don't over-order. We'll see. Toys R Us's are kind of hit or miss if you call.
That person like, oh yeah, sorry, we over-ordered Wii's. We don't have one for you.
I worked at GameStop when the 360 launched, when the PS3 launched, and when the Wii launched. I can tell you how they handled it from 360 to Wii was a complete 180. 360, they just kept taking pre-orders, and my store probably had over 100 pre-orders, and on launch day we had 40 systems. So we were filling pre-orders for about 2 months before we could even sell an Xbox. PS3 never had an issue. I don't know why. Like, it got a lot of pre-orders, but we never ever pre-ordered more than we got in. That much. The Wii U, we were very strict on it. We pre-ordered a certain amount on day one, and that was it. Like, we knew how many we were getting day one. We pre-ordered that many. Done. And then as they came in, they were first come, first serve. And then I remember all the phone calls every day. You got a 360, you got a Wii, angry parents whenever you said no about the Wii, people trying to know when your UPS trucks would arrive.
Yeah, I've gotten those questions.
The UPS drivers themselves being harassed. It was fucking terrible.
I mean, you got some Wii's in the back here? No.
People had to be walked to their cars with police escorts.
There were...
That was at the Target I worked at.
There were incidents where UPS trucks got bum rushed. Like, a UPS truck would pop into a shopping center with a retailer that would be getting these systems, and they would get bum rushed by shoppers trying to find out if he had Wii's.
Yeah, the Wii I got was held for me by a certain someone. And when he went to the back to get it, he just covered in a bunch of bags. Because, man, if someone found out that they weren't getting a Wii because it's being held for me, it's got to know people.
That's how you do it. But, yeah, I pre-ordered mine through Kmart on Saturday at noon. So that's what I had to do, because by the time I was able to have the money to put down the initial payment, nothing, like nobody. So it's been pretty wild.
Yeah, maybe I can get some gift cards between now and when the Wii, and like about a year or so when I can get a Wii whenever I want.
Mm-hmm.
I can just cut my costs.
Yep. Because I would say I highly doubt Smash Brothers would be out any sooner than holiday next year.
Oh, probably not.
Yeah. So, but I have a feeling we're gonna finally see it at E3 next year. That's when we'll finally see it. Because I do want to see what's going on with it, because it's also being partially made by Namco Bandai. Alright, I think that is it. I think that's all we got for the show. Anybody got anything else they want to discuss before we get on out of here? Anything they want to bring up? So on and so forth.
No.
Anyone?
What about you, Tim?
I got nothing.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
My goodness.
So,
Gangnam Style.
Oppa Gundam Style.
Hey, sexy
Sexy
lady.
lady.
Anyway, that's all I have.
I love that song.
Borderlands 2 tomorrow. Everybody is excited for it. Go pick it up. Enjoy it. We'll do our review next week.
Maybe.
I think it's leaning more towards we're doing it. So
You better be
put
ready,
some
Helmut.
time in. Yeah.
Ready, boy.
You better be ready, Brett.
No.
I'm the only one that's never gonna get ready.
You better be.
Man,
You
I'm
better
jumping
be ready, Planet Earth.
I believe you mean Earth.
Planet Earth. Whichever
Keeping it real.
version of that Earth.
Yeah, but I've seen when keeping it real goes wrong.
All right, kids. We'll see you next week. Review of Borderlands 2 and whatever else we decide to get ourselves into between now and then to discuss here on the Digital Reload. Oh no! It's all ruined. It's all ruined. Oh, with your fucking ads. God damn it.
You should have known better.
How Gmail works.
Wait, is this right? That's not right. Fuck it. We're not playing any music. I fucked it up and I'm tired of it. Y'all, good night, you bunch of bastards.
Set him off, Brett.
Gangnam Style.
You bums!